Hey everybody, video number 2 on Christmas and how to survive. Right, remember my last video, it said there shouldn't be any drama, alright? So, just some top tips, alright? So, thinking about what's going on in your life over the festive period, right, will allow you to plan what you're going to do, what's going to happen, what you're going to eat, when you're going to train, etc, etc, alright? So, plan out your festive period. So, have a think about things like, will your schedule change, right? So do you work full time? Does wherever you work shut for a fortnight so you have a fortnight off, or you've taken holidays or whatever, right? So if you're off for a fortnight, then yes, your schedule has obviously changed. So do you need to change things around to fit in with your schedule? Like at the moment, do you train after work? So obviously you're not going to be working for those 2 weeks. So do you need to bring your training forward to the afternoon or to the morning or whatever? All right. So take that into account, because it does the biggest problem that people have with Christmas is it's not necessarily because they're dicks. It's not because they've got free time. It's not because they're busy. It's not because they're sociable. It's because the routine has changed, right? And never underestimate how impactful it can be when your routine changes. Yeah, so have a think about that, right? So will your schedule change? Will your work schedule change? Will you be free at different times of the day? Will you manage to bring your training forward? Will you train in the morning and then you'll need to have like a bigger breakfast after your training, whereas before you wouldn't have? Will you be able to have your dinner earlier, for example? And also, over and above training, think about the fun stuff. Like, what social events do you have on? Are there any family events that you need to go to, that you want to go to? Are you going out drinking with your pals, etc, etc? All right, so have a think about your social events and have a think about how impactful, it's twice I've used that word, by the way, it's a big word, how impactful, 3 times, those are going to be on your training and on your eating habits. So if you're going out drinking, right, everybody's on holiday, you're going to go out drinking earlier than you normally would. So instead of going for a night out, are you going to go day drinking? Are you going to go out afternoon drinking? Does that mean that you need to bring your training forward? Does that mean that you need to think about having a bigger lunch as opposed to a bigger dinner? Does that mean that you need to make sure that you've got something in for evening munching if you're day drinking? So it's stuff like this that you need to think about, all right? You also need to think about that if you are full on social, are you going to drink at every single social event that you're going to? Because for a lot of us, that could be a lot of alcohol and a lot of days out and a lot of nights out. So have a think about that as well. Is there any of the nights out or the days out that alcohol's not worth it? So you would maybe drive, so you could control the calories on those kind of days and then just go all in on the party days. I was going to say something else then that's gone. Can't remember. It is anyway, the whole point of this video, it is mainly about making a plan. Oh yeah, rest days. So if you are out drinking more, do you need to change the days that you're training on? So do you want to plan your rest days for the days that you might be slightly under the weather, or the days that you had a hard night the night before type thing? All right, so just have a think about it, all right? There is no drama. I said this in my last video, all right? There's a lot of shit out there on social media about, you know, if you don't train your normal time and if you don't eat properly, you're going to lose all your gains and you're going to pack on body fat, right? You're fucking not, all right? You're not. It's very hard. If you think about just a holiday, right? You go on a week's holiday when it's abroad in the summer and stuff, right? And you come back and the scales are up £7, right? Now, we know that that's not £7 of body fat. We absolutely know that's not £7 of body fat. All right, give yourself a couple of weeks of being all over it, doing all your habits, and that scale weight's gone, right? So you need to decide what's going to not cause you stress. What I don't want you to do is to think that you have a plan and then get swayed by all the noise and all the background and all the people say, oh, come on, just have a drink, right? And if that's not what you want to do, so you need to make a decision, have a plan, have a backup plan, have a plan A, have a plan B, have a plan C, all right? What we want to do is enjoy the festive period. We want you to enjoy seeing your family, seeing your friends, relaxing the rules a wee bit, if that is for you, all right? If the only way that you can survive this and you're going to come out the other end feeling fucking awesome is to stick to every single habit and rule that you have, then that is also cool. It's about you. Shout if you need anything. Bye.